Now, I recently read a powerful book, read it in one day. It's titled License to Lie, Uncovering Corruption in the Department of Justice. Now, I recommend that you read this book, because if even half of it is true, and I believe it is true, you have a lot of work to do to clean up that department. Will you consider doing that for me?
Thank you, sir, I will.
She writes that overzealous, ambitious, narcissistic, and dishonest prosecutors destroy innocent people by deliberately withholding evidence they knew contradicted their cases. A small, powerful group of Washington overlords, federal prosecutors, sometimes break rules to win cases, often wrecking the lives of people who did nothing wrong.
Charging that the firm sought to undermine our justice system by destroying evidence relevant to the investigations.
But there are always people out there who want to get ahead by cutting the corners. And of course, it makes it harder for the honest prosecutors, because the ones who cut corners then get promoted.
Prosecutors have all the cards. They have control of the evidence, they have control of the forensics, they have control of the expert witnesses. Evidence doesn't disappear like that unless they're trying to hide something.
Prosecutors next went after Republican Senator Ted Stevens of Alaska.
Senator Stevens should never have been indicted. He should never have been convicted. They knowingly withheld evidence. And I hope you will read the book and find out, and I don't think Iran disagrees, but this was a huge miscarriage of justice. Just read the book. There's no dispute on this. Because what I want you to do is I want you to get the book and look at page 404. Okay? This is the evidence that was produced accidentally by the Justice Department.
License to Lie, Exposing Corruption in the Department of Justice. When the guardians of justice become the perpetrators of injustice, think you know the truth about the prosecutions of Arthur Andersen LLP, Enron, and the Merrill Lynch executives in the Enron barge case? Think again. This is the inside story of the most high-profile prosecutions of the last decade, and it's a 5-star great mystery read on Amazon. A gruesome suicide, a likely murder, a tragic plane crash, wrongful imprisonment, and gripping courtroom scenes draw readers into this compelling story, giving them a frightening perspective on justice and who should be accountable when evidence is withheld. License to Lie reveals the strong-arm, illegal, and unethical tactics used by headline-grabbing federal prosecutors in their narcissistic pursuit of power to the highest halls of our government. It's terrifying because it's true. Just ask United States Senator Orrin Hatch, Ninth Circuit Judge Alex Kozinski, or Fox News' John Stossel, to name a few. It should be required reading for every law student, lawyer, judge, politician, and concerned taxpayer. Sidney Powell has written a book like no other lawyer has ever dared, and she's pulled back the royal blue curtain of the Department of Justice. Brace yourself for this read. Sidney Powell served in the Department of Justice for 10 years in Texas and Virginia and has devoted her private practice to federal appeals for the past 20 years. She was the youngest assistant United States attorney in the country when she was appointed. Later, she became chief of the appellate section for the Western and Northern Districts of Texas. She is a fellow of the American Academy of Appellate Lawyers and served as its president. Recognized by her peers as a super lawyer and named as one of the best lawyers in America for years, she has been lead counsel in more than 500 appeals in the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit, resulting in more than 180 published opinions, and was president of the Bar Association of the Fifth Federal Circuit. Powell's briefs have long been featured as samples for practitioners. She also writes for the New York Observer, Monroe, and Fox News. Her articles have appeared on Drudge, Breitbart, Investors Business Daily, Newsmax, and in countless other publications. She has appeared frequently on Book TV, Newsmax TV, Fox and many radio shows. In Licensed July, Powell leads readers through the disturbing events, missteps, cover-ups, malfeasance, and corruption of justice that have caused her to question the system she has been committed to for over 30 years. With the narrative style of a legal thriller, this true story captures the drama of the law, the real human costs and consequences of the corruption of justice, and cautions for anyone facing the Department of Injustice. This book should serve as the beginning of a serious conversation about whether our criminal justice system continues to live up to its vaunted reputation. As citizens of a free society, we all have an important stake in making sure that it does. From the foreword by Alex Kozinski, Chief Judge, United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, in his personal capacity. It would be malpractice to litigate against the Department of Justice without reading this book. Brendan V. Sullivan, Jr. Williams and Connolly. This book reads like a cross between investigative journalism and courtroom drama. William Hodes, professor of law, and co-author, The Law of Lawyering. That our government is corrupt is the only conclusion. This book helps the people understand the nature of this corruption, and how it is possible for federal prosecutors to indict and convict the innocent rather than the guilty. Every business person and anyone who values freedom should read and heed the warnings of this compelling work. Victor Sperandeo, CEO and author, Trader Vic, Methods of a Wall Street Master. When you've finished reading this fast-paced thriller, you will want to stand up and applaud Powell's courage in daring to shine light into the darkest recesses of America's justice system. The only axe Powell grinds here is truth. Patricia Falvey, author of The Yellow House. As a prosecutor for over 29 years in the state courts of Texas, I am aware of both the possibilities for unfairness to the accused, and of the pressures on some prosecutors to win cases. Sydney is able to articulate these issues in telling the stories within Licensed July, and she holds up a clear moral and legal compass to point us all toward prosecution according to law and the facts. Jane Davis, former lead prosecutor, District Courts, Bexar County, Texas. Full endorsements here, source materials. Buy the book now. Order your book directly from the author to receive an autographed copy by selecting the first button below. Books are available now in hardback and also on Kindle, Nook and other ebook outlets.